Do you guys have like a room of costumes?
It's right there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right there. So there's all different types of fidget spinners. That's a good one.
For example,
like
a sock can be a fidget spinner. You can play with your sock.
Just did it. Yeah.
How long did you?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, so 2 or 3 weeks.
Losing a car.
You're like,
wasn't a drunk drive.
Theater kids are the best kids. I'm sorry.
Hey everybody, welcome to Don't Make Me Come Back There. We are a funny podcast about family. My name is Dustin Nickerson. I'm a stand-up comedian and the host of the aforementioned podcast, and our sign is falling, and that's okay. And alongside me in our state-of-the-art recording studio is my lovely wife, my co-host, and my best friend, Melissa Nickerson.
Hey there.
Producer Andy Lara is with here as well.
Hello.
We have a fantastic episode with you with the Holderness family today. Penn and Kim, if you've heard of us, you've heard of them. There are billions of views online. They're a great podcast, Laugh Lines, which we did a month or so ago.
Yep.
A couple of New York Times bestsellers, including
Amazing Race winners.
And also
Their newest book.
Their newest
This is
book right
third
here.
Book. All you can. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
You can do it.
All You Can Be with ADHD. This is their newest book. It's a kid's book.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So check that out. Available wherever books are available. We have a really nice chat with him. We talk about Halloween. We talk a lot about ADHD and relationships and parenting and marriage and what it was like having it as a kid. Do some questions at the end. Talk a little Amazing Race. What else?
We talk theater kids. We talk teaching, connecting with teenagers, teaching an ADHDer how to drive and keep their car keys. Find their car keys.
Fun episode.
It's fantastic.
Enjoy it, everybody. Just a couple of tour dates. Let me tell you guys coming about this 2 weekends from now. I've got my return trip to Zany's Comedy Club. It's so funny. I have it wrong on I think it's the 14th through the 16th.
14th through the 16th.
14th through the 16th. And then San Diego, hometown show, the 28th through the 30th. In December, I'm going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Brooklyn, New Brunswick, New Jersey. January, Dallas, Houston, Charleston, Raleigh, which is where they live, Raleigh. February, Boise, Salt Lake, Phoenix, and then spring and beyond, Chicago, D.C., Everett, Tacoma, much more on sale. Now we've got Denver on sale. We've got Atlanta on sale. Go to the website, DustinNickerson.com/tour. Check it out.
We've got our next Patreon Zoom on Wednesday, November 19th. And if you would like to get the Nickerson family Christmas card,
You're going to want to get in on that.
sign up on Patreon by the end of November.
All right. Enjoy this episode with the Holdernesses.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, friends. Let's pretend like this is the initial hello. And
Hi.
Wow, we haven't seen you guys in a while. What a spontaneous open.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
yeah, I think I don't know if this will make you. I don't know how to make you feel, but as we were figuring out the tech stuff there, which was not that bad at all, I had your fidget toy open with me the whole time.
Love a good fidget.
So I mean, this is straight from your book.
It came with your kid's book.
Yeah. This is the one you provided
us.
us.
It's a popper and a fidget, which is
Did you know that? Yeah. Did you personally choose it or?
Yeah.
Well, so there's all different types of fidget spinners. That's a good one.
For example, a sock can be a fidget spinner. You can play with your sock.
Just did it. Yeah. So for those of you watching the video, I will be fidgeting this entire. I should have worn shoes, but now I'm touching my sock, which will gross out some people.
So anyways.
This is how he has a better rating on WikiFeet than I do, because he will bring a foot in the shot in a minute.
I used to do that bit about how feet is not like a marriage thing, because I'm like, dude, we don't clean our floors. I know too much about where your feet have been. You're gonna catch a stray Cheerio in there. Was that the joke?
Yeah,
There's
that
a
was
Cheerio.
The joke. It was when our kids were like babies.
Yeah.
You know, you're just in survival mode. You're just like,
is that
I wouldn't eat anything off those floors.
Yeah. They have like an orange tint. What is it? Oh, that's Cheez-It crumbs.
And honestly, it's like shoveling snow in a snowstorm if you're going to sit there and clean them up all the time. Like, it's just just let it ride.
Like, why?
Let it ride, and then yeah.
And maybe our old cat will come eat it up.
Exactly.
He's going strong. Well, it is nice to see both of you.
Yeah, you guys have been busy.
Feet covered.
With the new book and all, so congrats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's super fun to see it into the world, as you know. We make these silly videos on the internet, and it's just like something that kind of like disappears into the ether. So it's really nice to have something that you've created that you could like hold.
Yeah.
Tangible.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it hard for you to not get like the immediate response from a book? Because a video, you know how that's going in the first 10 minutes. But books, do they go out? How's it doing? Do people like it? Are they resonating with it?
It's a lot slower. You're right. I mean, so there's part of a book sales process is something called a pre-sale, where you have to try to get as many people to buy it before it actually releases. It's kind of a racket. I'll just be 100% honest about it.
Like, we've done it.
So, so for those who haven't done this, you get as many people on your platform to buy your book, because what that does, all of your pre-sales go toward the first week of sales. And so that first week of sales is how you decide if you're going to be on the New York Times bestseller list. And you'll never go on it again, because you've spent 3 months getting all of these pre-sales, and there's no way that they're ever going to buy that many books a week unless you are like The Leaf Thief or
it's so funny,
or some of these other like crazy books that have been around for like 20 years, these kids books that are just constant. So all that to say, it worked out well. We became a New York Times bestseller again, which is really fantastic.
So
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. But other than that, no clue.
Yeah.
No clue if we sold a single additional book. I'll say that the real feedback that we're getting now is the opportunity to do some in-person readings for kids. And we got a chance to do that during the opening week, and that was lovely.
That was so great.
Yeah,
kids are the best.
Yeah.
They are the best. So I got your kids' book. We got your kids' book, and
I'll take
I read it, and I was tearing up. I loved it. It's fantastic. So then our 11-year-old daughter walks in the room.
Who has ADHD.
Both of our daughters and Dustin have ADHD. So she starts strong. She is performing not your lyrics, but your words. And she goes, "That's a bar," which is a high compliment from a 6th grader.
Yeah.
Like that's
so true.
Yes.
Penn.
A bar.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Take that with.
She's playing with the fidget spinner. She's performing the book.
She's loving it. She gets to the page where you have the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which is
the big scary words.
That's the scary page that kind of comes with the feelings. She puts it down and walks away.
She does the most ADHD thing that she does. She could get super.
That was the point because the feelings came. That you described in the book, and that's the beautiful part of it is she just needed a little break. It was really fun, and you know how ADHD loves like novelty, so the fidget and the pictures and the words were like clicking with her, and then she just needed a little break.
So here's how the book goes. So it's a guy like swinging past like ninjas and sharks, and then there's people dancing in a clubhouse, and it's just all this awesome stuff. And then a full screen picture of a girl huddled in a corner because of a terrible name. So it is a very strong, that is a very strong image. And I never really thought about how that plays for someone, and it's really interesting that happened.
I will say I'm with your daughter. The second I feel feelings, like Penn calls it, I pull the ripcord. Like I will parachute out. I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling feelings. Got to get out of here. So, but then like if give her a minute, she'll come back if she wants to. But so Penn is realized like if we were having fights early in our marriage, she's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I just can't. I'm just gonna leave."
Eject.
Eject.
So anyways, I just really appreciated your kids' book, and so did my daughter, and she felt very seen and encouraged. But having ADHD does involve big feelings, as life does in general. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you that
she had a very ADHD experience with it, and that she didn't finish it in one sitting.
She needed a little break.
I love that. Yeah, need a little break.
I mean, that is I mean, it's a challenge to read, to write, to do. I mean, that's what a lot of your book and the kids' book is all about. It was just some of these basic systems. I saw a great, just basic little internet meme the other day of saying that it'll never be not funny to me that the way to fix ADHD is to remember to take a pill every day at the same time. You're like, oh, that's great. I'll just do that.
And every single day.
Every single day.
And when you're taking it. When you're taking it, you don't have it in your body to remind you to take it.
Yeah.
That drug has worn off in your body that would make you good at taking it.
Yeah. Oh, man, that is well said.
It's so true. So we're encountering a new situation. We are teaching our 15-year-old daughter who has inattentive ADHD how to drive. And
yeah, you guys have gone through this, right?
Have you guys gone through this yet?
Yeah, you're doing it right now.
Again, we have the same lives.
Life.
I can't make this up. So she's about 20 hours in, and I do want to hear about how that's going because I need support. But I did think about executive functioning in a new way because I was telling her, up ahead, we have a stop coming. We got a stop sign, and then we're going to turn right. And then we're going to, and I realized that I was being the executive functioner in as she learns to drive, up ahead, we need to do X, and as we parent and raise these kids, it just made me think about your books. And so anyways, I was just wondering, how's ADHD driving training going?
Okay. First, so we did the driving training with our daughter who's not ADHD, and in the state of North Carolina, I think you need 60 hours. She did 80. That is just her personality, right? And just down to business. Our son, our sweet, sweet son, I think the first 10 hours, because you have to clock it, aged me. Because he also has more confidence.
Yeah. Some of this is ADHD, some of this is white male confidence.
This white male privilege, yeah. So he had a lot of confidence. But to your point, I had him drive this weekend, and it was to a place he hadn't been to before, about a half hour away. I have the GPS on the little screen, so you can see the maps right there. But he couldn't process where to turn and what the GPS was telling them, with also merging on the highway and doing. So there was I could tell it was just a lot. And I am hoping, dear Lord, because we're at 30 hours, that a lot of practice will help, because he was like, no, you have to tell me what's when to turn. I'm like, you need to learn how to do the GPS. He's like, Mom, I'm merging right now. I can't. He couldn't do all the things.
Yeah.
The two things that I've learned that have worked with him. Number one is, because I've seen this happen with him before. If you miss a turn, miss the turn. Miss the turn. The GPS will tell you where to go next. Everyone's going to miss turns. It's why we 16-year-olds leave a lot earlier than everyone else to make sure they get to where they're going to be. And the second thing is, the sooner you can let them figure it out for themselves, the faster they're going to learn. There's I know this isn't, I'm not an expert in this, but somebody told me, and they were right, that once they get their license, they're going to learn more in the first week without you in the car than you did in all 100 hours of you in the car, because you're not there being their help, their Ritalin, really, if it's an ADHD person that keeps you on task.
I wish I had really good advice for you, but Melissa, I'm scared out of my mind every time I strap that seatbelt in. I'm just I am.
Well, yes, and the time change is not helping us, because she gets out of school at 3:30, and then the sun's setting at 5, and there's just this sweet spot where we're just running out of daylight. And I think I love what you said there, because I need to keep in mind of that she's going to learn through her own mistakes and on her own, not me telling her, it's going to be real life. Oh, I got to backtrack. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love that. So I remember I've read about half your other book. And Penn, you said that your dad gave keys to all of your friends.
Yeah.
Doubles and backups.
I didn't know about it until my rehearsal dinner, because all of the people who were my groomsmen, one guy told a story and then they all stood up and were like, yep, I have a set of your keys too.
Like they, as props, they like brought keys because his dad went around town and just gave everybody his car keys. How many did you end up using?
So I lost all the ones they gave me. But then he put 2 of them in the little magnets underneath the car back. So like I don't think that the undercarriages are even metal anymore, but they used to be. And so I had these hide keys underneath it. Luckily, my GMC Jimmy in college, and that's where my executive functioning was super challenged. It got so busted that you could open it with a butter knife. So I just left the ignition, because there was a separate key for ignition in the door. I don't know if you guys are that young when that.
No, they're too young.
But it was for me, like the ignition in the door. So I just I put the ignition key in the car and the butter knife in the door, and no one ever stole it from me.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
My friends would occasionally borrow it, but they needed a car.
They needed a car.
Yeah.
But I think that's so kind of your dad to have done that and to have thought through that for you. I think that's just super sweet.
Yeah, I mean, so much of the book. So much of the book and so much of getting through ADHD are those hacks or those like upstream systems that you put in place that kind of cut the problem off before it actually occurs. And my parents didn't know what ADHD was, but I think that they were present enough, and I think that they loved me enough that they kind of helped me come up with all of these systems, right? So that was a good example of a very specific to me creative system that at least for a while worked and kept me from getting stranded in places, because they just knew that my brain didn't know how to keep keys.
That's really good. Yeah, it's really. Penn, what's the stronger emotion for you? The panic of losing something important, or the relief of finding it?
What a great question. That's a good one.
You're asking because you have an answer. Can I get yours first? Because I'm super curious.
I think it's the relief of finding it. I have sometimes gone through like, this feels so good, it was worth losing for an hour. Yeah.
The payoff.
It was like an exercise. You're like, I hated it during it, but I feel great after.
Great now. It's like going to the gym. Yeah.
So maybe I have a little more anxiety than you, because I think my answer is the panic is worse. Because even after I find it, my heart keeps racing, and I'm like, and I think some of the shame creeps in. I wish the relief was.
Yeah, and I would just hide things on purpose then.
It probably depends on the level of thing that I'm looking for.
True.
But I mean, what's the most expensive thing that you've lost? That's because I've had some ones, the phone's obviously one that gets misplaced, but
so lost and never found again, or misplaced?
Let's do both.
Okay. Well, misplaced. I forgot where I parked my car in college and I thought it was gone, and then I found it.
The better knife car.
And then I found it.
Well, I mean,
how long was it missing? How long did you?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, so 2 or 3 weeks.
Losing a car.
You're like,
it wasn't a drunk driving thing. I just parked it somewhere and I forgot that I was there.
So 2 or 3 weeks without a car.
I was like, okay, there it is. It had changed color. It was like on this off road, and the pollen had come in, and I'd walked by it several times, but it was green.
Yeah, because all the pollen.
It wasn't blue
funny.
So
That's very funny.
And then lost, like, I guess
the iPad.
Yeah, I mean, how much was the wedding ring?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, but I was smart. I didn't buy like a real gold.
Okay, good. It would be one of the 4 iPads that I've left in the little. There's a little area that you kind of stick it in the airplane seat, and it just sort of camouflages.
Yeah, more like the front pocket there.
Yeah.
His but to his point, his wedding ring. I even wrote, like, engraved my phone number. It said "if lost."
Oh, hilarious!
Like,
oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And he lost it within the first week of us being married.
No, we got married in April, and I lost it at the Little League World Series, which was July.
Oh,
2 months.
I'm sorry. Made 2 months.
3 months. Yeah.
So he's lost 4 wedding rings, but we never spent a lot of money on those things. So.
Yeah. We were on I lost mine pretty quickly, and then we were on like an Amazon reorder $12 one, and then I think you got the same. Did you? I just got the tattoo. Did you do the same? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Your tattoo buddies.
What is yours? Is it?
It's Tim's name.
Oh, I love it.
That's awesome.
I got it in cursive, not knowing that like tattoos aren't super
They don't stay in place.
It looks, no one can read it, but it's her name.
Oh, I
what
love
about
that.
you? What's yours?
Nice.
Mine is a little crescent moon. Because Mel's nickname is Moonlight, and so I just did that. Yeah. People, it's also like the cursive that people don't think it's a moon. They're like, "Is that a banana? Did you get a croissant?
An orange slice?
An orange slice?" And you're like, "Should have gotten the full moon."
Yeah.
Well, then it would just look like a cookie.
That's a great point. Thank you.
Exactly. New problems.
Now I feel validated.
New problems.
Well, do you guys? Because again, in our parallel lives, two questions. One, how's the college go away? How, we're a couple months in there. And then a follow-up question, and I'm going to bury the lead here and tell you we are already, is there any amount of gratitude that you guys have that your first kid who went away and is on their own in college was your neurotypical kid, and that there's just a few less things to worry about? So double question. Floor's all yours.
Okay.
Good question.
Dear Lord. I still get hit with waves of hurts my heart, pangs of just so deeply missing her. And also I was so incredibly unprepared for how much I would miss her, and just the hormonal shift in the house. We have a lot less estrogen. So, and it's fine, but just the balance of our house was a little off. And as much as I'm like, I know I'm going to miss her, and I pre-grieved a little bit. Yeah. I had no idea. I have no idea why people do this. Why do we send our kids to college? We should just do home college. It's garbage. But yes, the neurotypical, she managed applications herself.
Wow.
She managed getting herself there. I mean, we were obviously there. We helped her. But she did the coordination. She is signed up for her next year classes. She's already figuring out where to store her stuff over the summer. She is so buttoned up that we are learning, okay, now I know what I need to pay attention to because I'm going to have to cue this likely for my son. Or there are schools that have really good learning specialists that can put some support in place. But yeah, I think it would have been hard to do college if I also had to say hey, dude, you remember you have keys to your dorm room? You should lock your door, stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. What do you think, Ben?
I think that it's become, now that we have all of our attention on the second kid, a lot of things have become more obvious because we're kind of both focusing all of our attention. Poor guy. We're focusing all of our on him, and when we just assumed, okay, well that just he just didn't do great on that, and really the answer is his executive functioning is breaking down constantly, not just in school but at home and in a lot of other places. I think that we're trying to treat him not like he is a 10th grader, but we're trying to treat some of his functioning, some of his emotional parts. That's more like a 7th grader. On average, kids with ADHD are a little delayed that way. And it's hard to really acknowledge that when he's 6 feet tall
and he has a deep voice. And he is so,
and he is
so
great
smart
at so many things.
And so that's what also something I've had to learn too, is that the executive functioning is probably at a 7th grade level, but math wise, he's doing math I never even did in high school, and he's in 10th grade. So
his daughter, or that his sister still can't do.
Yeah, it's so his intelligence is so separate from executive functioning. So, but yeah, so we just have to remind ourselves that okay, he just needs to be reminded to he went to basketball practice without. He's like, oh yeah, I didn't bring my. It's after school. He's like, oh, Mom, I didn't bring my basketball clothes, the clothes to change into.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, this is a new, new season. We're going to get there. If you did that every day, I'd probably say work out in your sweats, but.
Yeah.
And he'll catch up.
Yeah, but it is good. I have to say, it is good that we are now have all of our attention on him, because now okay, he's killing it in a lot of areas, but there's some areas that we simply didn't even realize we could have been more supportive.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's fantastic. We had a question for you. Connecting with teenagers is often super difficult. Maybe because they just don't want to open up, or they want to, go out with friends all the time. So we just had a new one this weekend that we didn't know, like to get them to talk to you, So I'll share ours, and then if you guys got one for
any hacks on how to get your teenager to have a conversation with you, particularly your ADHD conversation. That's not a dump, but that happens too.
Well, I'll go first. So one for our 11-year-old is volleyball, because the back and forth, we're just passing the volleyball around, and she'll start dumping about school and friend drama, and which she won't necessarily do unless we're kind of passing a ball back and forth.
You were literally passing a ball back and forth to each other.
Quite literally.
When you're holding the ball, then you talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Technically, we're bumping and setting and spiking in this scenario.
It's a lot of spikes.
There's something else you're doing. There's something else you're doing.
We're doing something else.
Yep.
And we're outside.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's been a hack for me. And then the other one is
this one happened this week with our
15-year-old. We were getting some lemons for dinner, and she found a Lego set she liked at the grocery store. This was during her driving session, right?
She hasn't played with Legos in 5 years.
No.
6, 7 years,
Nope.
yeah.
So she goes, can I get these? And I'm like, okay, fine. Come home. She sits at the table. I'm cooking dinner. He's on the couch. She talks to us for an hour and a half while she builds this Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
More Lego.
And I'm like, we're going to have to get some more Legos.
Yeah.
Because she loves to retreat, into her room and her social circle online.
But it's just that thing. Your brain is doing something out. Your brain is just occupied enough by this thing that something kind of opens up here that you're like, it's like it's easier for me to focus on a conversation when I don't have to focus just on the conversation. Like that, the burden of just the like staring one person in the face. Sorry, I looked at Andy there, and being like, you talk, now I talk, now you talk. It becomes predictable. I don't like it. It gets boring. I get twitchy, and they're the same way. But this Legos just something opened up with her. You're like, well, great. We live close to Legoland.
Yeah. Can I ask a question about the volleyball? Because I'm sort of thinking about this, and it's kind of cool. So you're holding the volleyball when you're talking. Does that also mean you get to dictate who the next speaker is?
No, they're just playing. They're not. It's not like the talking
you were like
stick.
holding a volleyball. Okay, it's not like
it's not.
A talking stick. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they're just like
they're playing volleyball.
Yeah, we're just kind of rallying in the back.
The girls call it pepper. It's like
you must be very good.
They're very good.
At volleyball.
They are. We're not. Yeah, we've gotten.
Our conversation would last one hit.
I know.
Running.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes here. I'm learning from you. I would say that we have our best luck. He and I, when I'm driving, he's in the passenger seat. And we're both looking straight forward. I have a very bad singing voice, but it doesn't stop me. So I will just like be singing at the top of my lungs. He'll be laughing at me. And then it happened, like we're like 7 minutes into the drive home. There's like this one particular turn. And then everything comes out from
hilarious,
the day.
yeah.
So he needs a little like decompression. And then it's like, but he's looking straight forward. He's not like Mom, I have to tell you about this really hard thing, or even a fun thing. Like I want to hear about the fun things too.
Totally.
But that is a struggle.
Yeah. I learned, and this isn't necessarily an ADHD answer, but with connecting, I learned this from Kim, and it took this is for an ADHD parent, like what you're supposed to do. Shut up. Just shut up. Like, let them talk. Like, if they have something they're saying, don't interrupt them and say, I think there's a way to fix that. Just shh. So Kim's like, just shush.
Yeah.
Let them get all the way, because we're about to get to the good stuff, and then you're at it. So I think what I was trying to do when I heard that there was something wrong or something going on was immediately trying to fix it. And I know that I learned this with my wife.
I was to say, this sounds like marriage advice. Yeah.
Years ago, but you have to retrain yourself with your kid as well, especially when they get to an emotional age where they're really going to get to some true feelings toward the end of it. Yeah. And she keeps reminding me, like, you've got to
just lay out.
Yeah. Lay out.
And just, yeah, but I think that's you know what though? My son loves those like conversation starter questions.
Oh, nice.
They sell them, and he's always pulling those to the table. and he does. So when he asks, and then that question, we'll only ask one or two at dinner, and then that kind of starts a cascade of other things.
You guys have a ADHD teenage boy. Do you worry about safety a lot? Like decision making, impulsives, you know. I'm not asking you to air any of your kids' garbage or thing, but
our
like
son.
Our young
son,
when our daughter when she was young, she was a bolter, so that she would just run out into traffic and that kind of. And then the teenage boy, you just like, what are you doing tonight? Where are you? Oh, all the boys are going to an abandoned warehouse or whatever it may be. Is that? Do you guys? Or I don't know. Yeah, is that a concern for you guys at all? Does it keep you up at night?
No, you're fine. So he profiles as. If you look at most girls with ADHD, they're inattentive and they're not, all of their impulses are going on inside their head instead of outside. He profiles more as a girl in that way. Like I don't mean to like make the differences in genders, but it really is. He is, and so for that reason, gracefully no. He's a homebody. He does have a good group of friends, but from what I understand, maybe we just lucked out. Like none of them are really doing a lot of those things that you were talking about yet.
I think also our community, we have friends that live in New York and LA, and their kids are way more advanced
with that stuff.
Like our daughter didn't start really going to parties and stuff until like her senior year. Like it just didn't happen.
She's catching up now.
She's in college. She's making up a lot of time. But I will say also, my son, bless his heart, is like his mother. I don't have FOMO. I don't have a fear of missing out. I have FOMS. I have fear of missing sleep. And we went to go visit our daughter in college for parents or like family weekend. And she said, hey, to my son, who's 6 feet tall, he wasn't going to pass for 21, but he could have come to the like restaurant bar where they were going to be hanging out and just hang out. And it was 10 p.m. and there's a time change and the whole thing. And he goes, no, I'm tired. She's like, dude, come party like with all my friends. And he's like, oh, no, God, I'm too tired. So he's like,
girls.
There was really, he's like,
there was a girl his age.
There was a girl his age that went.
And he was like,
So even
tired.
Halloween, he had first day of basketball practice that didn't get out till 6:30. I'm like, do you have any parties you're going to go to? He's like, oh God, no, it's just been such a long week and I'm so tired. I'll hand out candy here. Seriously. And so at COVID, he was like our happy little extrovert. COVID, it is interesting. They say you can't change introvert, extrovert. You're born the way you're born. Hand to God, he was a flaming extrovert pre-COVID, and now he is a happy little introvert.
Interesting.
And it needs to be studied because our kids did a Freaky Friday during COVID. Lola was more introverted, and now she's this hyper extrovert.
Oh, interesting.
So no, I'm sorry. That's a very boring answer, but
no, that's good. Our daughter's the same. I don't worry about hers in that she is more of a homebody. I don't even know if it's just certain personalities. She's definitely
introverted.
Whereas our son, at a certain point, I'd be like, hey man, you just gotta like not tell us what you did. We
have to sleep at night. And
just please be home when we say to be home, please. Less details, but he is close to us, so he does share, and there'll just be other. And she's like, dude, I can't. Please stop. Just no. Tell me. Don't tell mom.
Less information.
Mom has to sleep. Mom has restless leg syndrome now that she's in perimenopause. That leg gets twitching all night.
Now,
so
my daughter does share a lot with me, and always has. And I have like a few times, but I still want her to talk to me though, because she like. She's sending me videos from parties, and I'm like, gosh. I shouldn't see your friends doing that. Like, I shouldn't know that about your friends.
Yeah.
But but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So I'm playing cool. I'm like, oh wow, that must have been fun.
Yeah.
But meanwhile,
and you're in bed. Yeah.
Well, like, 100%.
I don't. At least out here in San Diego, I don't know if it was the the same in Raleigh, but the main costume this year for young girls was corsets. A lot of corsets was the.
Like, won't be putting this online.
All right. No, you're fine. All right, listen. Yes. Now in college, there's 3 Halloweens. There's Thursday night Halloween, Friday night Halloween, and Saturday night Halloween.
Weekend.
There's Halloween weekend, and for each one there is a different corset.
Yeah.
You got to buy a 3-pack.
And so Kim, like Lola tells me what she's like, oh no, it's fine. For the first night, I'm gonna be the girl from Gossip Girl, and the second night we're all just gonna be because we're gonna be Disney princesses because we love them, and then the last night I'm gonna be Superman.
We're gonna be superheroes. So her friend group, they did a theme every night.
Every single one of them had a corset attached to it, which I don't recall any of the Disney princesses having corsets. Definitely not Superman.
Well,
but
so first of all, girl, if I looked like that, I would wear a corset to the grocery store. Yeah. So I loud and proud. But it is funny. We want to make her like pay for her own stuff, and so Halloween costumes is one of them. But she waited till the last minute, and she has her own Amazon account, but we have Amazon Prime. Yeah. And she's like, "Hey, can I jump in on that Amazon action? I need some Prime action." And so we saw the orders. I was like, "Dear God, okay, these are very small outfits."
Yeah.
But she sent us, of course, because she sends me pictures and videos. Yeah. All of her, that's just what it was.
What they were.
She's 18. Yep. She's in college.
Yep.
She called us on Monday. She was at the library.
She's locked in studying wise, so I can't complain. She wasn't doing it at 13.
Yep. So there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
There was. Go ahead.
My daughter's a sophomore. She just turned 16, so she's 15, 16, and you're like, I know you can see the costumes of these young adults but you're just not quite there yet. And I, it's like she won a karaoke contest.
Which was nice,
Yeah, which is pretty awesome. So really sweet that some parents hosted them, and it was, from what we could tell, a wholesome party.
Yeah. I liked go ahead.
With a karaoke contest.
No corset happened.
So we compromised. She had a skirt and then some like striped, I don't know what that's even called, like a boot kind of high thing.
Boot, yes.
What was she? She was the Cheshire Cat.
Sure.
She wore an actual shirt, guys. Yeah. That was the real victory. Win. She had a shirt on with the skirt, and then she actually did some really cool makeup, like the smile and stuff. Like she did a good job.
What I liked that my daughters were throwing a little shade towards those costumes. Like my favorite one is that our daughter Gloria was like, there was this girl at our school who was supposed to be Charlie Brown, and all she was doing is she wore a yellow tube top and painted a stripe on it.
Like a squiggle.
I think I love it when, it is a valid argument that is not very creative, but I think that there were some comments on Lola posted on her Instagram account, ooh, that's really revealing. I think this is just what's happening. We don't need to over sexualize these girls. But yes, on Halloween, for whatever reason, a lot of very young girls have made the option of I'm Charlie Brown, and then a bikini top.
Yeah, that was kind of the line too, is if you're just in a bra and you're 15, 16, that's, let's save this for the beach,
Yes.
To be fair, it's not, I know we're talking about young kids. When Kim and I lived in New York, we went to our first Halloween party. We were in our upper 20s. We just didn't know. So I went as a tetherball pole. So I was just a yellow pole with a tetherball.
No, you were all silver. You were all
silver.
Nice. I like that.
She was like a world champion tetherball player. Nothing.
And so he just held it, and all night I just kept hitting the tetherball.
But nothing. She's beautiful, but she was just dressed like an athlete. Everybody else there was in their underwear.
And ladies, but they all look great. They all, So
just like whatever it is,
Yep.
like whatever the character is, just make it look like you're
without clothes. Yes.
So next year you two recreate the costume, but you're both wearing corsets.
Right.
So
we were going to go this year as Bill Belichick.
I was going to be Bill
I
Belichick.
was going to be Bill Belichick, and I was going to be Jordan Hudson.
The girlfriend.
But we were too tired to go.
We were too tired to go to the
you and your son.
Do you guys have like a room of costumes? You know?
It's right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right there.
Your prop closet or costume closet.
Yeah, so like we could in a moment's notice like be anything.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why over the last 10 years we used to dress up all the time. That's kind of our thing. But I've slowly stopped dressing up because I think I have to dress up and play some sort of character every day. And so it feels, I don't know, it feels a little like work.
This is that's interesting. That's, I mean, what a great breakthrough. Let's unpack that a little bit.
Yeah. This is like a real Batman. Bruce Wayne. Is Bruce Wayne the mask or is Batman the mask?
Who knows? Who knows? But I will say, like, I was definitely not in the mood to go out on Halloween, and Penn really wanted to go to this Halloween party, and I just had to tell him, I'm like, I think you married the wrong person, because
that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just do not. It was a long week.
Your social
I just
battery
do not have it in me.
was out.
Dead.
Yeah.
I was pretty tired too by then. Like, it was like, I think I've learned how to just sit and not go do everything, and part of that is kind of nice now.
Yeah.
Stay home and eat soup.
Yeah. What'd you call it? FOMS? I hadn't heard of that.
Fear of missing sleep.
Missing sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you got FOMS.
I know. Dude, yeah. I have to do these super early morning rehearsals on Saturdays for my littlest. She's a theater kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the alarm is going off at 6:45 on a Saturday morning. I'm like, nothing.
Sun goes down. Mel hits an initial wave if I could go to bed. And I'm like, Mel, it's 7.
I know. No, this time change is I'm taking it hard.
Yeah. I looked at my watch on was it Sunday? I guess it was Sunday, and it was like 5:17, and I was like, "Well, I'm ready for bed." So,
I'm like, I could just brush my teeth now.
Can I take a total left turn here and talk about something you just said, Mel? So the theater arts, your child. This is your 11-year-old, or is this your
the 6th grader?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one with ADHD.
One of the
both
two.
daughters.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. But okay, so when we've been going to all of these reading bits, people were asking about my story, and they were like, "What was the community? What got you out of that feeling that you were broken or that you felt alone?" And my answer was theater arts. And I was like, I know some people aren't like performers, but it felt to me like every single kid in there had a similar brain to mine, and we like show of hands. So how many of you have ADHD? How many of you are like in performing arts? It was very close subsection of this group of people, because it rewards that sort of spontaneity, and it keeps you moving. And it feels to me like even if you're not a dancer or a singer, even if you're someone, working lights, or if you're directing or whatever it is, that I've had this realization that was such an important community for me in my development when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's been amazing for her. Both of our daughters have done years in theater. I think it's fantastic to have like another group, like outside of like a 6th grade girlfriend group, because that group can be, no offense, quite toxic. I was a 6th grade girl. I remember it. So to have a more positive kind of just an environment that encourages like taking chances and using silly voices, and it's been fantastic. This is her 3rd or 4th year in this production, and it's killing my sleep schedule, but I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it because the benefits, the show week is like a whole thing. She just
so fun,
comes alive on stage, and it's fantastic.
I mean, Penn, what you're saying, though, I definitely see out of my daughter. I mean, picking her up from school and picking up her from theater, I have two different kids. One is just like shoulders down, the hard day, but she runs and hugs me after theater. She loves it. So you're right that theater has like, it's activated, and she has no problem memorizing, which is crazy, but the hyper focus on the lines and the show and her friends. And the phrase we use around at houses like theater, it's a good weird.
Theater kids are the best kids. I'm sorry. They are the best kids.
The thing that it did for me, I talked so fast that no one could keep up with me. And theater created this like rhythm that slowed down like my cadence and made me a better communicator. Isn't that crazy?
That is great.
That's
like one-on-one and with your peers and your family. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, and Kim, to your point, you're thankful your kid's around those kids because they are good kids. Yeah.
The best kids. So our son has really taken to improv comedy. He's in an improv comedy troupe, and all of the kids, they're hilarious. Such guts. Improv comedy, I'm sorry, as a high schooler to get on stage and you could not pay me. You could not pay me to go through that terror. But they're all like a little weird, but all hilarious, and I would hang out with them.
Those are my people.
And
those are my people.
Just imagine like the bus.
Oh
yeah. They're having a blast.
Just yes and each other all the way to next town.
I know.
Amazing.
Is
so
it okay?
Fun.
We opened up. We told our fans that we were going to have you guys. Is it okay if we just ask you guys some
questions?
Some fan questions. Is that okay?
Oh, I love that.
Sure.
I love that.
We're so excited.
This one is from Christy, who's also a Raleigh resident. FYI.
Okay.
So glad Penn wrote an adult book concerning ADHD and a children's book about having ADHD. Both wrote the book. Thankful Penn has always been upfront with his struggle with ADHD. How did he begin the process of writing his books? I know So I get that question a lot of like, I have ADHD. Can I read your book? And I'm like, well, I wrote it. So, but you guys wrote it together. So, it's a joint effort.
Yeah. So honestly, for us, it was gathering a lot of like the thoughts and comments from people who watched our videos, who were always like incredibly open about how they feel, either like, thanking us for destigmatizing and telling this story about how they've been feeling really down about it. And on the other hand, like, other people who were saying like, this isn't really a thing. You're just making an excuse for poor behavior, which like we got fewer of those comments, but just seeing what the conversation was and then putting an outline together that helped destigmatize all of that.
Yeah.
Right. And so for the outline, I'll be fully transparent. I got help. Like I hired like an editor who was also worked as a research assistant and helped me with an outline, which was like, here's what we want to do. Here's how we want to do it. And then
she's the one that said like, okay, once Penn did his brain dump, I mean, we're just getting super granular here.
Yeah.
Because we specialize in videos that are maybe a minute long. So a book is a lot. And we had written a book previously, but this was totally different because it needed to be research based. And so she's the one, like Penn gave like his chapter ideas and she's like, okay, I see this in 3 parts. And she could kind of visualize this.
And she was appropriately compensated. She was so incredibly valuable for me. But the other thing that she did, which if I had to write that first book again, I would definitely do again, was she gave me these micro deadlines. Instead of saying, hey, I need you to get chapter 1 in 2 weeks, she would say, I'd like you to write a page on this today. And so for my particular brain, having that like closer attainable finish line, it felt a little bit more like a sprint and then a rest afterward. Was I think without that, I would have had that kind of initiation paralysis, like where I wouldn't have like wanted to get going.
2 weeks. That's 5 years from now.
Exactly.
I don't even know what I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks.
That's great.
So that was the first book, and the first book took several months. The second book, it was a poem about.
You mean the first ADHD?
Was a poem about the second book, and that one went pretty quickly.
That's great.
Awesome.
Love that.
But it is a fair question, and it's one we actually get a lot, which is You Are So ADHD. How did you write an ADHD book? And it was literally, you how do you eat a whale one bite at a time? It was one page at a time.
Yeah.
It was, and it was, but
and I got
great.
help. Like I'm not afraid to say.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the research,
100%.
all of all of that. So it was quite, and I was jumping in there.
Oh yeah.
Our team was really helping with the graphics and all that stuff. So it was, it was a lot.
Great.
Wow. It's really visually really fun as well.
Yeah.
As you said, with the graphics and all. Yeah. Super fun.
Thank you. That was Kim actually fighting some battles for us too, because you might know this, when you go into a publisher and say, I want this in color, they're like, this is kind of a niche book. I don't know if it's worth it. And Kim's saying, absolutely.
Yeah. I love that.
Firm. It has to have color. It has to have lots of
interactive elements.
Exactly. Exactly. That was all Kim.
Love that. Couple more rapid fire type ones. This is from Patrick. Penn, what's the best, quote, space nerd book you've read lately?
Okay. Daniel Suarez has a series called Delta V. So it's basically like the Earth is becoming overcome by global warming, and they finally are going to give enough money to try to create this world where they can manufacture spaceships just from the regolith of the moon to be able to like take that, and then they slingshot it into this like orbit area where there's no gravity, and that's where they build the ship. So it's this real guy who used to be an engineer for NASA who imagined what we would do if we had like $20 trillion to build spacecraft, and we have all the materials and the ability. So it's just kind of imagining this future. And then there's all kinds of weird alien crap happening.
He actually should have a space podcast.
I know, that sounds like it's the next one. Yeah, I love that. Great. This is from Jody. Both of you, what's your gas station snack of choice?
Watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, great choice.
The watermelon Sour Patch. Yeah.
If I'm healthy, like the can of cashews, but if I'm really feeling terrible about myself, the fiery hot Cheetos.
Ooh,
I love it.
And I pay for that. In spades.
Yeah.
I love like a gas station buffet. I'll come out with some just crap.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of each.
Hey, it's a long drive to Orlando or wherever you get to. Which one of you is the type B person, or is it both or none of you? This is from Heidi. Do either of you, would you go as type B?
So at work, I think we take turns.
Yes.
We have to.
Yeah.
On vacation, you're the type B.
I'm very type B on vacation.
Yeah. And I'm type A.
Just let it go.
Maybe you feel this way. You literally have to plan and be the air traffic controller for your family. So when it comes to rest, I don't just get me there and let me be surprised. Like if we stay in the hotel room, that's fine. I'm not going to complain about it. Yeah. Just take me somewhere, make a reservation.
So I'm holidays type A, but she makes up for it vacations, I'm type A. I think she makes up for it where holidays she is type A.
Oh,
yeah. So we kind of float.
Yeah.
And I'm not a natural type A, but like we kind of by necessity have to float into the roles.
It's great. I like that.
Wow.
Okay, just two more quick ones. This is from Jenny. This is an Amazing Race question. Is that okay? Or is that off to
Yeah, of course.
No. What? It's like a four-parter, so just do whatever ones are most interesting to you. It's essentially all the same. What happens in the Amazing Race that we don't see? Where do you eat? Where do you use the bathroom? This is my favorite one. How do you make sure you wake up on time if you don't have your phone?
All great questions. And that is the stuff I was fascinated with. The time you literally have to travel with your own battery operated alarm clock.
Whoa.
And because they even take the hotel radios out of they take the radios and phones out of the hotel rooms.
Oh, wow.
So the reason I loved The Amazing Race. The reason we did that over like a Survivor is because you actually do sleep most times in a hotel. We had to camp one time, I think.
Okay.
And so they do, if you are racing and sometimes it's a 12-hour day of racing, you can stop and get something from a street vendor if you want. I had protein bars I brought and we would eat like that. But after you check in, like, oh, you're first place, they literally hand you one time in France, it was like homemade like Belgian waffles. Like they just whoever's local there, either it's like a boring ham sandwich or something.
Yeah.
And then when you're back to the hotel, you get room service.
Oh, that's
essentially.
nice.
And so everyone gets room service, and a lot of times you're in that room for days.
Yeah.
Well, ours was a COVID season, so it was days. Yeah.
But everyone, they have those times that you're on ice because photographers, like they have to rest and they have to, everyone, they have like editing, they have to set up the next leg. So you're kind of waiting some. And so everyone would get to the hotel and like was terrified, like, when are we going to eat again? And would order these giant meals.
Yes.
And then we wouldn't go anywhere for like 2 days and just be like fattening up. So I thought I was going to lose a ton of weight on the Amazing Race.
So ours was, I think most contestants go on and they're like, oh my God, I lost like 15 pounds. We are the only cast to gain weight because the first 3 legs were pre-COVID. They sent us home. We came back to finish the season. And you had, when you flew into a new country, you immediately were tested and you had to be like quarantine for like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
You could not, and no case at any season the Amazing Race Amazing Race, you can't leave your hotel room. So there's no exploring, and you're not supposed to talk to other teams unless you're on camera.
There's someone sitting outside your door.
There's a security officer sitting outside your door.
Yeah, you're in house arrest.
You're essentially under house arrest.
All you can do is order food.
Crazy.
All you can do is order food.
You can't watch TV because it's in German.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have your phone. Like, I had a crossword puzzle book, and
I was like having panic attacks.
Yeah.
And I did have one panic attack, and the security officer's like, you can't leave your room. I was like, and you're gonna do what? Like, what are you gonna? So I just
tackle me.
Like, walk out.
Yeah.
I run a couple different of businesses, and I'm a mom, and I have kids and a dog. Like, I'm gonna go outside.
Right,
like you're just gonna have to let me
I love
go.
that.
And to be fair, like once the crew realized what it was, they were sympathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, I want to respect you guys' time. You guys are very gracious. Thanks for doing this. It's really nice to chat with you guys. It's
I think our sign's falling down.
Yeah.
Wait, but hang on. Do we like that more?
Hold on.
It's kind of nice at an angle, right?
Yeah.
I like it at an angle. I didn't notice that.
That's hilarious. There's going to be some ODD person on the episode who just time lapses it and just...
I hope so. Will you please send me that video?
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you guys.
You guys are so fun.
Likewise. Every time we talk, I'm like, oh, we have even more in common than we thought.
So much in common.
So,
by the way, sorry about the M's. I got really into the playoffs this year because there were so many cool storylines.
Yeah,
like Cal Raleigh was interesting.
I know.
The fact that everyone on the Blue Jays, like their dad played when I was a kid.
I know the Vlad stuff.
Those photos.
I know
They were so sweet.
Yeah. And then just I'm obsessed with Shohei Ohtani. I think he's an alien.
Oh, like he's not one of us. Yeah,
he's unbelievable.
It's I mean that in the best way. Yeah, it was
no, of course.
It was I was stressed watching the Game 7. I was like, these aren't even the teams I cheer for, and I'm stressed on their behalf. So
I was watching your Instagram stories when the Mariners were still in it, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah!"
Like you had to perform in like this game.
It was I was happy for. I did a benefit. Will Smith does an annual benefit, the catcher for the Dodgers. He does an annual benefit that I performed at the last couple of years, and here in LA. And he is a lovely, sweet human, and so I was happy for him that he did that. He hit the home run, and that was funny because we were watching the game. And you're like, I remember those people from because there's like a red carpet, and they're like, the comedians in the Dodgers are here, and nobody cares about the comedians. And they're like, that's Mookie Betts. And they're like, who's Dustin Nickerson?
A hilarious comedian.
Yeah, Will Smith's wife likes me, actually. That's why I get invited back every year. So,
I love it.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. Nice win for the Panthers over the Packers this last week.
No one understood that one, but we were all very happy.
Yeah, my poor son, he was going to watch a friend do improv comedy, but I'm like, it's 3:00 on a Sunday, dude, like the show. He goes, oh, the Panthers are going to be getting killed. It'll be a good distraction. And then see, he's trying to support his friend, watch like improv, but he had like between his legs was like his phone watching the game.
No, Panthers are sneaky good right now. So anyways, well, till next time.
Okay.
Maybe I'll see you guys in January. I'll be out your way.
Yes,
You're the best.
100%.
All right.
100%.
All right. Bye.
Hey, everybody. Want to give a special shout out to our As Essential as Oils patrons. That's our $25 a month and up patrons who give to our podcast. Thank you so much for your support of our work. They are
Adam Bush,
Alex Foose and Sam Graham,
Averill Griffiths,
Allison Nelson,
Andy and Darlene Gurton,
Bonnie Galindo,
Brandon Schoenberger,
Carrie Teague,
Chris Finn,
Christopher and Bridget Finlin,
Code to Grow,
Courtney Eibling,
Damaris Diaz Stevens,
Daniel Owens,
Dave and Melissa Cox,
Dave Hoagland,
Jason and Francis White,
Jonathan Rivera,
Jordan Cowan,
Juliana Smith,
Christy Herod,
Lori Amos,
Lauren and Nick Rachel,
Matt and Sam Slosdom,
Michelle Kauslan,
Nick Cordell,
Norman Perron,
Preston and Rachel Wilson,
Raina Camps,
Robert and Nellie Capin,
Scott Elliott,
Stephen Menya,
Zachary and Tammy Moyle,
and Tiffany Payne. Thanks so much, everybody.